Hey guys, I hope you're doing real well today. This is going to be part 20 of the DOS Works 8.8 centimeter off 9T VOMAG 1/35 scale. More work on the gun today. Lots and lots of little tiny pieces. Let's take a look at the instructions real quick and I'll show you what I've got prepared, okay? Alright, be right back. Thanks. Okay, yesterday we worked on step 29 and everything that is in green has been attached to the gun. I still have a few little parts that I'm going to leave for the time being until we get some more of the bigger parts put together. So let's go ahead and look at 30. Now 30, we have a subassembly here. And then you see the arrow there, so we do this first and then this will be that. So we'll work on that. And then 31, we've got more small pieces, lots of small pieces. 32, same thing. 33 I've already done, that's the base that I've put on the truck already. And then I've made up, or I've cleaned up the pieces for the beginning of 34. Okay, I don't know if we'll get that far or not, but let's go ahead and go down the bench, okay? Okay guys, here's where we left off. I've got the barrel and the breech all put together. I've done a little bit of work cleaning the seams up on that. Can't really see them anymore. This is the breech block. It'll go in here. There was a ejector pin mark on the end there that I sanded out. That little mark is supposed to be there. So I've taken care of that, and then of course we've got this, which is the cradle, I guess you'd call it. I'm not sure the technical terms, but it'll set all together like so. See, we got lots of little pieces that go here and a few more over here and a few more back here. So I don't want to have those in the place where I'm going to have to be real careful about what I pick up. Let's see, let's go back here. This is step 30. And here's all of our pieces for 30. Okay. We have a tube here that is in two parts. I need to glue first and let that set. Okay. It's got a little recess so that the parts fit together real well without a big step. Just try and get them even end to end. I'll try and run just a little bit of glue in here. See what we can do. It just takes a tiniest little bit of glue. We can see. Okay, we'll leave that alone, let it set up for a little while, but it should be pretty good. Actually having a little bit of plastic oozing out, so that's always a good sign. Okay, we've got this will sit here. If I can get it in the right spot, there we go. I've dry fitted a lot of these. Just a matter of holding things can glue them. Well, really an odd shaped piece. There we go. And ought to grab. All right. And this will go on the other end like this. Okay. I can see just a little bit of an ejector pin mark right there. I try and get rid of those as best I can. I'm losing some detail there. Well, I'm not going to worry about it too much. By the time it's all said and done, I don't think it'll be noticeable. As I keep sanding. Alright, that's good. This will go here. And we got, see, there's holes that go all the way through on this side. Whoops. Just not much anything in the way of location marks. Okay, now this here's got a hole in it, and this fits into it, but it was too small. I had to drill that out to a 0.7 millimeter to get that to go in. Probably have to open yours up a little bit if you're building this. Okay, next is this. I'm going to let that set for a little bit longer. We need this, and then we need this, and this goes to the end. Let's see. This will go here, like this. If I can do it. Yep, and that went all the way around, just that little bit of glue. This will go between these two. I'm not sure about just exactly how that sets when we get to that point. We'll see, I guess. Anyway, until this sets up, I'm going to go ahead and leave this and move on to the next step a little bit here. Let's see here. I'll try and keep everything together. Some little bitty tiny parts. And those are glued, so we'll let those set. Okay, let's take a look at this. This has got two halves that need to be glued, and a couple of little bitty parts. Keep those in the container as long as I can. Okay. These two need to go together like this, and the seam needs to be glued like so. That's going to be tricky. Golly, that's a small part. Now let's see here. Where is my... to hold it a little bit. Okay. Trying to, yeah, it's this side over. Yeah. This side here that needs the glue on it. It's tricky. Gonna go this way. I probably gonna have to reapply the glue already. Yeah. And let's see here. That's where it goes. Okay. Just a little more glue. It's not quite. That is really a fragile joint. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone for a little while. Next piece, we got this, and I've got to look at my instructions, but I believe they just go together like this. Let me double check. Yes, they do. Okay. Going to be a really weak joint. Okay, try and get them lined up best I can. Okay, we're going to let that sit and dry for a while. Okay, two little parts there that'll have to be added. I'll let these parts dry for a while and we'll move on. Okay, on to the next bit, and I've got to double check on my instructions. Oh, let's see here. Okay, this is L22, and it goes, here goes my furnace, it goes like that, I think. This is L11. It's going to go like this. It's almost like that's supposed to clip together. Maybe not. I'm thinking that that is supposed to snap over. Like that. Try and keep it as straight as I can. Not quite straight. I don't want to break it. I'm just looking, just sighting down it. It looks pretty straight. Let's see here. Then we have L19 that goes to the inside of it, which is this piece here. I'm guessing it goes here. Very difficult to tell on the instructions. Blow these up. Yep, that's the way it looks. That's just the way it looks. So that's what we'll do. Okay, more parts to let dry. Then we've got this. That's trash there. This has got a pin on this end. It's going to set in here. Wow. Okay. And then this is going to sit here, I think. Okay. I'm going to let some of this stuff set up, and then I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, guys? All right. Thanks. Okay, guys. It's been a little while. I had a chance for some of this stuff to firm up a little bit. I got the seams all cleaned up on this. So let's see if we can't get some of this together now. This will go in here, just like so. Go ahead and do that. I'm sure it's going to need more glue than that, but that's a start. Okay. And this goes on the end of this. And there's no key. This is kind of a loose fit here, but I know where it fits on the cradle here. There's a couple of real small indents right here, and I took a drill bit and I opened those up just a little bit to give us a little bit of a better locating pin. We can get those both in there. So that's where they go. And then this will go here. It's like that. Okay, so we'll get some glue on that. I'm not ready quite yet to glue all this to the gun yet, but at least that'll help me get things located. Okay, so let me put some glue on the end of this. Whoops, get those lined up. Try it. If you can even see what I'm doing here. Hang on just a minute here. Let me get just a little more glue on there. There, it's a little bit better. Okay. Get these over here. It is fiddly. Those just go in their locators there. Okay, that looks just about right. I should be holding this in a vise or something. Okay. I'll be right back. Hang on just a second. Okay, that's better. Let's get this back together. It's just maybe better off on the ends. We are twisted just a little bit. Okay, that does seem to be aimed down just a little bit. This doesn't seem to be straight. Sorry if you guys can't see what I'm doing. Just eyeballing. Okay. Those where they need to be. And then get that to set where it needs to be. try and get it to where it'll sit there without any turning or twisting. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Just like that. Okay, I'm just going to let that sit for a while. And I'll be back. Okay, guys? Let's give this a little chance to set up. Be right back. Thanks. Okay, this we made up a little while ago. I think it's a pretty good time to dry. I've got a little bit of a seam I might work on. We'll see if it's visible. But we're supposed to glue this. Make sure I'm looking at it the right direction. This is supposed to glue right here. I know a lot of this stuff you guys probably can't even see. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll let it be setting up. I think that's, no, is that the right direction? No, this is the right direction. So easy to get them backwards. Okay, there's that. Oh, now I'm gluing myself to it. That ain't good. Okay. I think glue travels. Let's see here what I can do. Okay, that's good. I ended up with just a little bit of a fingerprint on that side, but I can clean that up. Okay, this needs to be left alone. And this should be to where I can handle it. Okay. I'll do some cleanup later, but these parts that we made up earlier, this will go through here. Okay, and I don't know about if this is supposed to be any particular angle. It doesn't really say. Let me do this real quick. I don't think there's anything on here that this is supposed to touch. If I can get this back on here. I'm guessing that it'll goes to this little spot right here, but I really can't say for sure. Just my guess. I'm going to go ahead and hold off on gluing this till I have a chance to do a little research. So let's set this aside, and this is it. Actually, this will go here on the other end of that. So let's go ahead and put these in a container, and then we'll work on something else for just a little bit. Let have a chance for these to kind of firm up. Okay, and that's more of the same. We can start working on this base a little bit here. there are some issues with this, and I was having a conversation with Nigel about some problems with spacing on this. I'll see what I find out when I get to it, just how I'm going to work with it. That's Nigel's modeling bench. I'm sure you guys know. He's also building this. Kind of hard to tell if I'm at the right angle or not. The contact points in this kit are extremely small. I'm not sure if that's right or not. This is supposed to set in here, and I think the problem is with the spacing of this part, but I'm going to have to do some looking to see. For right now, see, that sits there and that sits, whoops. Yeah, let's do this. It's like a hard time getting a hold of it. This is supposed to set like this according to the directions, but I think there's a problem. I'm going to go ahead and just leave these to firm up. I think they're in about the right spot. Yeah, I'll leave those alone. We got one more little part to add to them, and we'll move on and work on this a little bit. Okay, these parts go on the base of this. I'm going to have to look at the instructions to make sure we're doing it correctly. This goes here. I'm sure of that. Okay, let me check here. Oh, and I'm sorry, am I too far off? You can't see. All I added was this little box here. Okay. Having kind of a hard time deciding which is the correct side. Okay, this is going to go here. Okay, and this little gear is supposed to go between there, but we don't want to glue the gear. We want to keep it free. I think it has something to do with the elevation. We want to be able to elevate the gun, and this will engage with the rack on the bottom of the carriage there. So I believe what we need to do is glue. See, that'll be that way. This will be up. The hole. Be this way. I'm sure you guys can't even see what I'm trying to do here. Okay. That goes like that. And I don't know if it connects to any other pieces. This will go in here. And I want the gear in between it. Tricky. See if we can get that there. And get the gear in between. Maybe not. The little axle on the end of the, it seems too long. That should have been, I should have run a drill bit in there just a little bit maybe. Turn it around. Try it the other way. That's a little bit better. Getting a message from somebody. That should be drilled deeper. Just doesn't quite sit in there. Let's see if we can move this back. Just take a drill bit and go in here. Just make this a little bit deeper. Maybe. Well, I'm probably gonna have to pull it off. That looks better. That's better. Okay, a little more glue. Yeah, that's much better. And it glues, and it still turns free. Okay. Just trying to make it look straight. Okay. I think I'm gonna call that good for the, well, let me see here. There's one more thing I can do real quick. One more thing. On the sides of this, we have these two pieces. Goes like this. We can go ahead and get those on there. Let them have a chance to set. Okay, that's gonna about do it for today, guys. I'm gonna let all this stuff set up and I'll take a few pictures. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.